Hey folks, I'm Tony.
And I'm Tina.
And we're TNT RVing. So what are we up to today, Teen?
We are checking out this brand new 2025 Rockwood Mini Lite, and it's a prototype, and it's a 2506FK. And we're anxious to show it to you, so come on, let's check it out.
Alrighty, let's get this tour started on the brand new 2025 Rockwood Mini Lite 2506FK. Front kitchen, gotta love that. And I'm gonna put all the specs in the box down below right here. And I like to start this tour off first with the dock light switch. So we're gonna turn that on, and look how beautiful this front cap is. Nice bright light, so easy to hook up at night. Rockwood, they do a real nice job on their front cap. I like this automotive windshield. The front cap here, one-piece fiberglass, diamond plate, and this diamond plate actually is plastic. And I thought initially I didn't really care for that, but the more I thought of it, it is actually ingenious, because if you ever pick up any kind of road debris or anything, it's gonna hit it and bounce right off and not dent. So I really like that. So we're gonna go ahead and shut that off. Lippert is providing Rockwood with these great powder coated frames, and I really like those. That's really going to add some longevity to the frame of these units. On the A-frame here, you have this nice battery box that has room for 2 lead acid batteries. Propane tank cover here has got a capacity of 2 30-pound propane tanks. Front tongue jack. This is a power tongue jack with a light. And what's neat about this as well, if in the event you have an issue, simply remove this plug. You can stick your speed handle in here and raise or lower that as needed. So continuing on, you have your front stabilizer switch here, and this is the Lippert PSX2. Right below that is your solar on the side, so you could get a solar kit if you'd like and plug that in and keep your batteries topped off as well. But what's neat about this PSX2 is it has 2 electric motors, one on either side of the stabilizer. So in the event you're parking and maybe the ground's a little uneven on one side or the other, it doesn't matter, because when you bring it down, they work independently from each other. Alrighty, so back up top, we have a frameless window here along with this compartment, and you have a refrigerator, a little mini fridge, which is nice. And the other neat thing about this compartment, Tina, since this unit does not have a drop frame construction, you may be wondering if you could add the Master Volt power package, which is a lithium power package. You can, because all they have to do is remove this refrigerator and everything will fit inside of there, which is really neat. And another company that can do that for you if you already have an RV is ABC Upfitters, and I'll leave their information right below here. Let's continue along. Tina, I wanted to point this out first. Look at this huge awning that this unit has. And this has to be, oh, I don't know, about 20 foot or so. And I'll post what the actual length of the awning is in the video as well. Right here, here's your oven range vent, which is right here. And down below here is your low point drain and entry door. One of the neat things, because this is a prototype, there's an entry door up front, but in the Rockwood, on the Rockwood website, they show 2 entry doors, one here and one there. Like all of the Rockwoods, this has a friction door, which is really neat. Anywhere you put this, it will stay in light winds. In the event you get a real windy, or you have a real windy day, you simply open this up more. You have this little arm that hooks up to the door and it holds it in place. The other neat thing is the screen door. This has the Lippert screenshot right here, and it will simply close the door for you, which is nice. And all the Rockwoods, they have these More Ride step aboves steps, and I like these as well. This has that gas shock assist, which is right over here, and that shock will help offset the weight of the steps and easily lift them up for you. So that's really easy as well. We'll close this door right now. Let's continue along. Up top we have outdoor speakers. Here's a television mount. Here's your furnace intake and exhaust. And continuing along, we have cable, and here's some power as well if you need. They also have this rail here. The rail, you can, they have a shelf that comes with this, along with a griddle as well. We like to set a table out and put our griddle on the table, but we also put the shelf on there, which is nice as well. And nearby, of course, you're gonna have your LP disconnect. So that's right underneath here as well. Here's your rear stabilizer switch. And the rear stabilizer is just like the front. It's a PSX2, so it has 2 motors, 1 on either side. Tina, the neat thing about this unit as well, it doesn't have that front drop frame like we have and that large pass-through storage, but they make up for it in the back. Check this out. You have this nice pass-through storage in the rear.
I don't know if you can see it, but that does go all the way back, and that is one huge storage bin.
And then here's your griddle that it comes with as well, and brackets as well to mount on the side. And as you noticed, the light here as well. Yeah. So we'll shut that off. And you gotta love these slam latches now that they're using. It seems like every year they're constantly evolving and improving on their the doors and stuff. I really do like these slam latches. And then, of course, the magnet that holds them up.
That's cool.
Which is nice. So let's continue along the back here. Of course, you have your rear bumper and spare tires mounted on that. Down below, you have a receiver that has a capacity of 300 pounds. And that's welded right to the frame. It's not on the bumper. And of course, this is all powder coated as well. And up top, I don't know if you can see that well with the sun, but that is prepped for, you can put a Furrion camera back there. So the wiring and everything is still hooked up for you. Makes it easier to hook up a camera. Of course, you've got your ladder on the back here, and this is a 250-pound capacity as well. And team, nobody's around. You want to go up top and see?
Sure.
Let's do that. Alrighty, so here up top, check this out. You've got 2 200-watt solar panels. There's your 15,000 BTU AC unit, 2 Maxxer vent fans. There's your shower dome up there. And of course, you've got your slide topper as well. Another thing I wanted to point out with this roof membrane is this is the AlphaPly TPO 45 mil thickness roof membrane, and this is one of the thickest in the industry, and also has a lifetime warranty. Let's get back down. Alrighty, continuing on this side, we have the other side of the pass-through storage. And then as you can see, this curly hose here, they give you, there's an outside TV mount, some other stuff, and I'll show you where that gets hooked up a little further up front here. Here's your fresh water tank fill. Here is your water heater. Another nice frameless window as well. Down below here is your fresh water tank drain, and I'll show you what that looks like. And since we're down here, might as well show you what the axles and stuff look like. And these have the Dexter torsion axles, never adjust brakes, Goodyear endurance tires with these nice aluminum rims. The other neat thing about these tanks that are all under this cover here is they are all heated. So they have heat pads on the underside of the tanks, along with heat pads on the outlets as well. Continuing along, you have your city water connection, your black tank flush, your antifreeze inlet. Here's your cable and your satellite right here as well. Right here, that curly hose I showed you a little earlier, this is your outside shower. So you just simply connect that there, and you have cold and hot water as well. This is also a 30 amp unit, and here's where you hook up the power to that. Alrighty, so down below here, we have a couple waste dumps. We have a gray and black tank dump over here. So this one here is your gray tank, that is your black tank. And then a little further forward, we have another gray tank there. So underneath here is also, this is your slide, and this is a rack and pinion slide. On the slide, you also have these nice big frameless windows,
which are massive.
Which are massive, and I really like. But you also have outside storage as well, or access to the back side of the dinette. So you could pick up some more storage space in here.
Wow.
And the other thing I wanted to point out, what I really like what Rockwood Flagstaff does is anywhere there is a need for some structural support, they have this welded aluminum structure. So you're not gonna be falling through your dinette if you plop down, for sure. So continuing along up front here, like I said, here's our gray tank number 2. And then there's one more window up front here, so you could look out the front as well. Tina, that wraps up the outside. Why don't you show us what the inside looks like?
Okay, let's take a look.
Alrighty, so here's one more view of the exterior of the 2506, and there may or may not be a door right here, but I believe there is gonna be. So let's go ahead and see what Tina's up to.
Come on inside, but before you do, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. But come on in, let's check this out. Right as you enter in, you're going to check out the RV panel right down here, which is how you access all the lights and the awnings and the slides and all that kind of jazz. Tony, you want to show how that works?
Yes, and one of the neat things as well is you can use your smartphone and also control everything on here using your smartphone. But what I really like is for 2025, they now have the ability to dim the interior lights. One of the neat things, as you can see, the light is blue, you know that is on. When you go ahead and press it and it turns white, you know that light is off. There's also a motion sensor right here. But what's neat is now we've got our lights on. I press and hold this button now, and as you can see, the lights now dim. Yay! Now, the other neat thing about that is when you do decide to shut off your lights, and I'm going to show you that, and decide to turn them back on, they remember the setting you had. So that's a really neat feature. I'm going to go ahead and turn this back on and brighten it up.
I was going to say, that's really important at night because a lot of times you'll shut them off, but you might have to turn them back on in the middle of the night and you don't want them bright again. So you like to have them dim. That's kind of slick. So, oh, I was going to take the camera.
Right over here is your 30 amp solar controller, and once again you have two 200 watt solar panels up on the roof.
And the Rockwoods and Flagstaff have this awesome Magic Chef refrigerator, which I think is really cool, especially in a unit like this where the door is right here next to the refrigerator, because you can open the refrigerator this way, or make sure it's closed on that side, or it opens this way. So when you're on the inside, you can access it, but when you're standing right here, you can access your waters, your beer, your condiments, whatever you may need. It's pretty slick. But what's also new for this year with these refrigerators is they now have a pull-out freezer drawer, which I like, but it is a little questionable. I don't want to break a nail. But it's slick. And I do like this unit here because it's raised, so it's not all the way on the ground, where if you have the refrigerator on the slide, it is a little lower. But this is awesome because it's a nice height. So come on in, let's check this baby out.
All right.
But I am gonna shut the screen door because we don't want to let the bugs in. So here we go. Now we're in the front kitchen. That's why it's a 2506 FK front kitchen. Pretty awesome. This unit, for the size, this kitchen is ginormous, and you have an amazing amount of counter space. You have your Greystone. It's not a Magic Chef, it's now a Greystone microwave, which is very nice. And then you have your stove here with your glass top with the grippies, so when you're traveling it's going to stay shut nicely. Back here you have your vent. Back here is, this is a knife rack, which I don't know how many people knew that. It took me almost a year to figure that one out, but pretty slick. So here is your oven, which is very nice size. And on below the Magic Chef oven is you have this big ginormous drawer. Pretty slick. This does not lack in storage space, let me tell you. There is a cubby up here, which I'm trying to figure out what I would put up there. I'm thinking a basket full of something or other, maybe dishes or what have you, like paper plates or napkins. I'm always planning what I'm going to put in a unit. But look at these awesome cabinets that now stay open. These awesome hinges. Thank you, Rockwood. But look at all this storage space. You can put in a mammoth amount of things up here. I like that. All this counter space. I'll close these now. And look, oh, they're the soft close. You have these power towers back here. You have one here. And then there's one over on this side as well. So you can put your coffee maker over here. You can have your ice maker over here, and you still have plenty of counter space. With this massive, ginormous, deep sink. This is pretty cool. And this awesome window here. And there is a shade too here for at night, and it will attach to the magnet down there. So this is pretty cool. You have two little spots for your cubbies for your scrub brushes and sponges and whatnots. But look at this. This is pretty cool. You have lots of storage space under there.
Sure.
Yep. And here is your 1800 watt inverter. So you can make your coffee on the road. That's pretty cool. So you have more drawer space here. This is nice. I like the fact you have 4 drawers all the way down. You have, I'm going to step on this side. You have a pantry that is narrow, but look how deep it is. There's a lot of space in there. That's pretty cool. You could put a lot of things in there. It's about as deep as ours. And then under here, little cubby as well. So, and you have these drawers here. I mean, am I showing you enough storage space? Because this is amazing to me. And this table does fold down, so you can turn this into a bed. But if you don't want the dinette, it has the option of the theater seating, which also has the table arms that come up like this, which are pretty cool. Or you still get the couch that turns into a hideaway bed. So that is lots of options for this slide. So that's pretty awesome. And look at these ginormous windows. I like these. So here's your digital thermostat, as well as an outlet down here, as well as your CO detector at the bottom down there. And you have your 32-inch television set here that is now 12 volt. And you have a nice shelf here with an awesome cubby here. Put a lot of stuff in there. And your fireplace down here as well, which is awesome. So as we enter into the bathroom, you'll see this nice porcelain Dometic toilet, which is pretty slick, and a very large shower. I'm going to take my shoes off. This is nice size. I like this. And it has the shower miser in here as well. Whoop, whoop. This is nice. This is good size in here. Glass doors. 3 of them. Not even going to mess with that.
It's actually locked right there.
Okay. That's why it's not going to come out. Okay. That makes sense. You don't want to break anything. Okay. Putting my shoes back on. It does have a max air vent fan right above my head, which is nice. So as you come in a little further, Tony, I want to show people this really awesome linen closet here. Look how deep that is. That's pretty slick, actually.
It is.
So you got that. There is a cubby down here that has access to your water lines.
And that, what we're going to do, and I didn't tell you yet, but I happen to have brought a screwdriver with me. And what I want to do is I'm going to take that panel off, and I'm going to share with our viewers the improvement Rockwood did with the plumbing system. So stay tuned.
Yep. So here is another nice size cabinet in here, but you also have more access to your water lines down there as well. But that's a nice, you can put a lot of stuff down there. Nice toe kick light down there, which is nice in the middle of the night. And now you have a nice medicine cabinet here as well. I love the fixtures in here. I like the placement of the mirror. This is good height for me, but I like the fixtures. These are totally cool doors into the bedroom here. Slide down like that. That's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. That's neat. And then they actually lock in pretty nicely. So slide those back for storage. They lock in place. That's pretty cool. Now, this is a queen size bed, but you got another max air vent fan here. You have all these cabinets here. Look at how much storage you have. And because the bed is in the back, as opposed to like our unit, that is not sloped. That is a large, deep space. It's pretty cool. As well as your hanging closets on both sides. Nice shelves here, as well as each side has a drawer. And each side now has these power towers as well. You can see here, you can put your phone on there in the middle of the night or pull it all the way up. And you've got USB as well as 2 outlets. You also have these little reading lights here, as well as another USB. There's a lot of stuff going on in this little unit. It's not even all that little. This is actually bigger than ours. So underneath the bed, there is storage. It is a little smaller than like what we have in a 2205, but that's because you have that massive pass-through storage underneath back here on the outside. So more drawer space down here. You are not lacking storage space in this unit for sure. So there is a television set in here as well. It's a 27-inch. And that is also 12 volt as well.
And then I'm sure if they put the rear window, the rear door back here, that window might be a little bit smaller.
Yeah, that's what we're thinking, that the door is going to go here and this window is smaller. But that is what they're showing on the plans. So like this was the prototype, didn't come with the door, but we think the next one actually has the door.
Which would make it nice to use the bathroom. So why don't we go ahead.
With the
a couple
slide
things
in.
I want to do is pull the slide in so you can see what sort of access there is there. And then also maybe I'm going to start taking this panel off, so I'm going to show you what the plumbing improvements are.
Yep.
Alrighty. So I went ahead and removed the panel. There was only 6 screws. And I think this is really important to share with the viewers the improvements Rockwood has done with the plumbing system. Excuse the strobe effect from my flashlight here. Actually tried to turn it away so you don't get that. But here is a pressurized line, this line right here. And as you can see, they have now a crimped connection. This line is actually manufactured to hold a lot of pressure. So if you look down, it goes into here, which is a PEX fitting, and then right into PEX. So now anything that is pressurized is going to have appropriate pressurized line. Anything that is non-pressurized will still have the PEX clamp on there. So this line right here is going to be the antifreeze inlet, and right here is going to be your black tank flush. And that goes up to that valve right there, backflow preventer valve. So this is just yet another reason why we really like Rockwood, because they're constantly evolving and making improvements. And right here you can see your pump as well. So great job, Rockwood. And I'm going to show you on the other panel here that I removed. That is where the outdoor shower is, and I'm going to show you the pressurized lines that they use for that. So once again, excuse the strobing of the light, but here is the hot and cold water for the outdoor shower. And if you can see these lines, these are those high pressure lines, and they come back down and they go right into the appropriate fitting into PEX. So they really did a great job with making sure we're not going to have any future problems. Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead and put the slide in so we can see what sort of access we have. There we go, a little narrow there.
Yeah.
And there we go.
There you go. You are not accessing the bathroom with the slide in, that's for sure.
All right,
But
not unless you are super skinny. So having that rear entry door would make it helpful to use your bathroom in the back.
What you can do is you can access your refrigerator very easily.
Well, yeah.
So that is nice.
And
so if you're
that's
traveling, you could do that.
right over here.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Well, I think that wraps it up. There you have it, folks. I hope you found this video helpful, useful, entertaining, possibly. And if you did, I'd appreciate it if you'd subscribe to TNT RVing.
Yeah, give us a big thumbs up, a like, and we'll see you at the campground.
TNT.